First quarter economic growth, a reflection of highest realized FDI in history. Ministry fully supports Gawai Daya Festival coverage in mainstream media. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Adrian Seat. The Ministry of Finance today reiterates the nation's first quarter economic growth of 4.5% as a reflection to the highest realized FDI in Malaysian history. Beating a market consensus compiled by Bloomberg of growing only 4.3%, it said the 4.5% expansion demonstrates the resilience of the economy in the face of uncertain external challenges caused by the China-US trade war. In a release statement today, the ministry said the economic growth gives Malaysia a good start for the year. The results are clear, it said, adding that the first quarter also recorded the highest realized foreign direct investment or FDI in Malaysian history, a large current account surplus and the largest number of tourist arrivals in 2 years. Realized FDI increased by 94.8% to 21.7 billion ringgit in the same quarter from 11.2 billion ringgit a year ago. Realized FDI is actual foreign investment made during the period, which indicates the strength of the economy and the rising confidence foreign investors have in Malaysia and its government. The government hopes the domestic private sector will emulate the same confidence exhibited by foreign investors in Malaysia. Communications and Multimedia Minister Gobind Singh Deo fully supports the celebration of Gawai Daya in Sarawak to be given coverage and space in the mainstream media channels. Now, he said with the coverage in the mainstream media under the new Malaysia, the younger generation will be rightfully exposed to the wealth and fineness of the arts and culture as well as customs of the communities that they might otherwise hardly witness. Gobind said the Dayak community is very rich in customs and culture. He said Malaysia's diversity of culture and race is such a privilege, and the harmony resulting from the unity of the multiracial community is an attraction to people across the globe.
Jadi apabila kita mengadakan acara sebegini, kita boleh mengadakan satu pentas di mana kita dapat melihat khazanah kebudayaan kita ini.
The Puchong MP said this when officiating leaders with the People program at the Bintulu Old Airport in Sarawak today. Gobind said he is very happy with the celebration themed Know Your Culture and Roots in the Iban language, which also saw participation from the Dayak community from West Kalimantan in Indonesia. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail today called on the people to come together and develop Malaysia Baru as the process takes time and cannot be achieved overnight. She said the Malaysia Baru that was being formed would be the result of the cooperation by every Malaysian. Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah, in a statement in conjunction with Wesak Day tomorrow, said 1 year is a very short time to see a significant change compared to the previous government that has been in power for 61 years. The Deputy Prime Minister also prayed that all Malaysians would set aside their differences for the good of the general population. She said that the people should reject all forms of religious and racial extremism to create a safer and harmonious country. The founder of Dinas skincare product, Faziani Rohban Ahmad, 40, died in a road crash in Patani, Thailand today. Her husband, Ahmad Shahrizal Ibrahim, 42, who was driving the Toyota Estima they were in, also suffered severe injuries to his body in the incident, which occurred at 10:30 a.m. The incident was confirmed by the couple's son, Iqbal Hakim Ahmad Shahrizal, in his Instagram post today.
Assalamualaikum kepada semua. Saya ada berita yang kurang gembira. Saya baru saja selepas kehilangan bonda kesayangan saya sebabkan insiden. So sekarang saya dalam perjalanan untuk pulang ke kampung.
During the incident, Faiziani and her husband Ahmad Shahrizal was said to be travelling to a lodge in Yala, Thailand to contribute some donations. Muhammad Faizur Rohban's younger brother, who was contacted by the media, said the accident occurred when the multi-purpose vehicle that his sister and brother-in-law was in had crashed into a lorry. Faiziani, who was in the front passenger seat, died at the scene as she was pinned in the car. The remains of a newborn baby girl was found outside under Madrasah Haji Sulaiman at Kampung Padang Kiat, Kota Bharu earlier today. Now, Kelantan Police Chief Dato' Hasanuddin Hassan said the baby, whose umbilical cord was still attached, was found at 7:20 a.m. soon after the villagers performed their subuh prayers.
Jantina mayat bayi tersebut adalah perempuan yang telah cukup sifat, yang mana masih terdapat tali pusat dan juga plasenta ataupun uri. Ianya ataupun mayat tadi itu dibungkus dengan selai kain sarung batik, ada jenama, dia tu jenama 3 serangkai.
Dato' Hasanuddin said the case is being investigated under Section 318 of the Penal Code for concealing birth and secretly disposing of it.
Jadi masa masuk tu saya dah duduk dalam saf dah, jadi saya tak cerita lah berapa. Selepas mayat tu kita wirid gapo bersebi keluar masing-masing tu, jadi lah bau kau kuat lagi. Jadi bila tu tengoklah bendanya. Ada terdapat dalam buku saya. Memang tak cari, dia nampak dah di buku tu.
Dato' Hasanuddin Hassan is calling for members of the public who knows anything regarding the incident to come forward and provide any information that they may have about it. A total of 25 Vietnamese fishing boats and 123 crew members were detained during the first Op Naga conducted to curb encroachment of foreign fishing vessels into Malaysian waters. The Home Ministry, in a statement, said a total of 266 vessels were inspected during the operation held between the 2nd May and the 16th of May. The operation was led by the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, or MMEA, involved in a joint enforcement and patrolling efforts at the waters and airspace in Pahang, Terengganu and Kelantan. The cases would be investigated under Section 15, Subsection 1, Subsection A of the Fisheries Act 1985 for fishing in Malaysian waters without prior permission, and Immigration Act 1959 and 1963 for entering the country without valid travel documents. The Home Ministry also noted that Op Naga will be continued to ensure that there will be no trespassing into Malaysian waters and that the local fishermen can carry out their activities without disturbances and competition from foreign fishermen. 6 men suspected to be illegal immigrants were detained during an operation at the Sapi Nango Road checkpoint at Beluran in Sabah on Thursday. Now, the 6 men, who were aged between 25 and 67, were arrested for not possessing any valid identification documents. The special operation involved Eastern Sabah Security Command, or ESCOM, with help from Battalion 20 of the General Operations Force. ESCOM Commander DCP Dato' Hazani Ghazali, in a statement released today, said the operation ran for 5 hours last Thursday starting at 10 p.m. He said vehicles and individuals were checked in an effort to curb the smuggling of control items and subsidized goods, as well as halting the entry of illegal immigrants into the district. He added that rat trails will also be monitored to prevent it from being used by smugglers and illegal immigrants to escape from roadblocks. The suspects were taken to police headquarters for further action, and the case will be investigated under the Immigration Act 1959-1963. 4 men, together with a pair of siblings aged between 30 and 34, were arrested, together with 232,500 ringgit worth of drugs in a raid conducted by the Pasir Mas police at a hotel in Kampung Gaung in Pasir Mas earlier today. Now, Kelantan Police Chief Dato' Hasanuddin Hassan said the raid was conducted based on information provided by members of the public and police investigation. Dato' Hasanuddin said that officers from the Pasir Mas Narcotics Criminal Investigation Department seized 1.65 kilograms of drugs believed to be shabu and 6,000 red and green yaba pills weighing 650 grams. It is believed that the drugs were brought in from neighboring countries. He said all the suspects were found positive for methamphetamine and had previous criminal records.
Jadi susulan daripada pemeriksaan tersebut telah menjumpai di atas lantai di tepi dinding satu beg warna hitam yang bertali bertulisan inilah Al-Ihsan di mana di dalamnya telah menjumpai satu bungkusan plastik lusinar, di mana di dalamnya mengandungi paket-paket plastik lusinar berisi ketulan kristal. Inilah yang kita syaki dadah jenis syabu.
Dato' Hasanuddin said all the 4 suspects are under remand for 7 days beginning today. The case is being investigated under Section 39B of the 1952 Dangerous Drugs Act, which carries the maximum death sentence. Also seized were 4 high-powered motorcycles worth 70,500 ringgit, cash worth 1,050 ringgit, and a set of speakers and a television worth 1,500 ringgit. A man was sentenced to 1 year imprisonment for damaging a car fitted to his car, which was parked at a motorcycle bay at Jalan Perpaduan in Labuan, Sabah. Muhammad Amirul Faiz Muhammad Jamil, 24, was sentenced to jail by Labuan Magistrates Court Judge Leona Dominic Mojilui. The 1 year sentence for Muhammad Amirul Faiz begins on the day of his arrest, which was on the 9th of April 2019 under the 1987 Road Transport Act. According to Labuan Director of Enforcement Musa Bariong, complaints were lodged by those who passed the area.
Justru dengan itu kita telah membuat laporan polis pada hari yang sama jam lebih kurang 11.43 pagi dan pihak PDRM telah melakukan tindakan pantas dengan membuat tahanan reman ke atas suspek pada 9 April 2019.
In other news, the Rantau Abang public toilet in Terengganu was recently named the best toilet in the ASEAN Best Toilet Standard 2019-2021 category in conjunction with the ASEAN Tourism Forum 2019 held in Ha Long City in Vietnam recently. The clean and user-friendly toilet with its attractive landscaping is amongst 4 toilets in the country and the only one in the East Coast region to meet the criteria set for the award. Take a look. The Rantau Abang public toilet beside the Rantau Abang Conservation and Information Centre definitely is given the most attention because it is a tourist destination in the state and a place known for turtle landing. The toilet is well equipped and provides a good rest area because it has bathrooms and a place to rest and has a beautiful landscape. The toilet has been given a 5-star rating and won several awards, including in competitions organised by the Housing and Local Government Ministry since 2016. Caretaker of the toilet, Farida Sariman, has been cleaning the toilet with her husband, Zainuddin Mat Ali, 44, for the past 6 years. She said that the toilet had received several recognitions before, such as the silver recipient at the World Toilet Day, which was held in Kuala Lumpur in 2016. She said in 2017 and 2018, the toilet received an award from the Terengganu Local Authority, and she is still proud of that. Welcome back. Johor Darul Ta'zim or JDT maintained their unbeaten run in the Super League with a 2-1 win over PKNS FC last night, widening their lead at the top of the table. In the match at Shah Alam Stadium, JDT gave the opener courtesy of young national striker Muhammad Safawi Rashid in the 7th minute. The hosts then struck in the 30th minute as Colombian Romel Morales equalized for PKNS. Brazilian import Diogo Luis Santos' goal in the 60th minute earned JDT the 3 full points and a 2-1 win over PKNS. Now the win by the Southern Tigers, their 11th in 14 matches, enabled the squad led by head coach Benjamin Mora to chalk up 36 points, 11 points ahead of second placed Pahang. In another match, newcomers PJ City FC notched their 3rd consecutive win by edging Kuala Lumpur 1-0 at the Petaling Jaya City Council Stadium. Both sides were equally adamant during the game, however neither managed to gain any momentum. Former national striker Muhammad Safi Salih, who has fielded in the second half, emerged the hero of the Phoenix with a beautiful goal, beating Kuala Lumpur goalkeeper Muhammad Farizwan Kamarudin in the 90th minute. The win, PJ City's 3rd league win in a row, has allowed Devon's Chargers to move up to 7th place, at least for the following several hours. And that item concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, first quarter economic growth, a reflection of highest realized FDI in history. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more news updates. Until then, I'm Adrian Seat. Thanks for watching.